Um, Before I met Al and began working with in his sessions, I felt like I wasn't really in control of my life. I wasn't really consciously thinking that, but the way I was living it now, I realized that's what it was like. I was pushed around by things externally, and I was looking for answers externally. Even though I had done a lot of work on myself over the years, counseling, reaching out, tried to meditate, loved nature, and I had connection to my childhood, my inner child, which was always a joy, and my creativity to a degree. I was quite blocked, and well, I talked fast, which I kind of still do, but faster, and I didn't listen. And I hadn't quite realized the depths of my lack of self-worth, that I was struggling with a lack of love for myself, because I didn't really understand in my head how that could be, because I had so many beautiful opportunities. I was grateful for life. I had beautiful children, but I was anxious a lot, worried, and I allowed that to affect how I felt and how I related to other people. So yeah, that was a really hard place to be, and I found myself on an emotional roller coaster, yo-yoing, and I realize now I held a lot of anger, and I was probably angry with myself, really. I'd already come to a stage where I knew that it wasn't fair to be angry with other people, to own your own stuff. But I wasn't very kind to myself, really. I didn't even know I wasn't, but I wasn't kind to myself. Yeah, it was big. And when I saw Anne and Al together in the street the first time, in Remu Street, it was like they had a light shining around them. And I see people, I'm intuitive, and I saw the joy, actually, and the love. It was like you could see this incredible, respectful relationship, and it really struck me. And I think that ever since that moment, I kind of knew in my heart, there's something really good there, there's something really good about these guys. And then I think it was a day or so later, our paths crossed, and then that was that was the beginning of something great for me. Yeah, I've changed because I now understand self-worth, and the key to wellness being loving yourself, but not just knowing that, which I kind of knew in my head, but knowing how to access it, and knowing and having the results of the impact of that. And that means it changes everything, really, from the way I talk to people, from the way I view people, from the way I care for myself and look after myself, and my children. My relationship with my children is so much better. I used to be really worried about things and feel responsible and try and fix them. And now I just love them. And I've realized that if I can just love them, I still have to do the parenting things we all do, but I'm in control of them. I'm in control of my relationship with them from my perspective. And this time, this lockdown time, has been a chance to bring together all the learning over the last couple of years that I have gathered in bits and pieces. It's like it's all come together, and this has been an opportunity all the way through this time. Every day something will come up, something I learned, something I heard, something I experienced, something I realized when I was working with Al, and it's like it's come together. It's like a tapestry of beautiful bits has come together to create a cloak around me, a blanket around me, and I feel I'll never step back from that. It's like fundamental change. That, of course, it was me, but the catalyst of the work with Al, the catalyst to that learning and that creating that opportunity and the knowing, it's like the experiences that I had were all in place, ready to come together. One of the things that Elle taught me was that, you know, I have it there, all inside me. I am that one. But his wisdom and his ability to see and just, you know, to go right to the very point of what was most important at that particular time was incredible. It was like every session that I left from, I took something and grew a bit more, and I grew a bit more, and I grew a bit more, you know. And I've been seeing Elle I've been going to work with Elle for a long time. So it's a big thing to say that, you know, I've had influential people in my life, and I've got to a certain point and I've gained something from it, and I've not lost that. But it's quite amazing for me to find somebody who just keeps on meeting that, you know, who just keeps on meeting me on that level. It's like there's not a power ego thing there. It's like there's no power ego, and it's really refreshing. It's very self-empowering, and it's quite precious, and I'm really grateful for it.